What if I was to tell you that booze had a role in America becoming a nation? If it wasn't for a bunch of partying and stuff the night before Christmas, we might not be a nation. I'm telling you what, this is a little obscure fact a lot of people don't know about. So yeah, you see, the Hessians were occupying Trenton, helping the Brits keep those pesky little colonists under control, you know. But yeah, Christmas Eve, 1776, what's going on? Let's see. George Washington is trying to cross the Delaware, and Abraham Hunt, he's hosting a party for the Hessians, right? Christmas Eve party. And they're drinking and getting drunk and having a blast. Now, did he do this on purpose? We don't know. A friend of mine named Michael Davis, he discovered this document, an allegiance document showing allegiance of Abraham Hunt to the British. So it gave him some protection from the occupying military, the Brits and the Hessians. Now, here's the thing. Why does that matter? Well, he wrote a book on it called Treason, The Trial of Abraham Hunt. The trial is actually fiction, but it brings this whole situation to light. You know, is he working for us? Is he working for the Brits? So what was going on is George Washington was getting ready to cross the Delaware, and they were going to attack on Christmas Eve night. Now, there was a little bit of trouble, and they didn't get there until the following morning. Now, here's what happened. Somebody suspected to be a double agent who went and told Colonel Rahl, the Hessians up there, that George Washington's troops were all beat up, man. There was nothing to worry about. And so our fellow Abraham Hunt, who we don't know which side he was working for, put on this party with the Hessians. And so there was a lot of drinking and libations and food and festivities going on. Here's the thing. George Washington gets into Trenton the next morning at 8 o'clock, and lo and behold, man, here's the Hessians scrambling, man, and I would have to say a bit hungover. Let's see, I'm getting out of bed, I'm hungover, I don't feel so good, and now I gotta fight a war. Well, that's how it went. It was 90 minutes long, and before the Hessians surrendered. Now, that battle was like a turning point in the Revolutionary War. Had we not taken Trenton, there's a good chance that we may not have won the Revolutionary War. And there were a lot of people with dual allegiances back in those days. Really crazy. But this is a really interesting piece of American history. It's like a little bit of providence, if you will. It's like, you know what? If there wasn't a whole bunch of drinking and stuff going on Christmas Eve, right, with the enemy there camped out, you know what? They might have been prepared when George Washington got in, but that wasn't the case, man. Instead, they had to scramble, and I can't imagine their heads were feeling all that great. So, yeah, man, there's a little bit of history, man, how some drinking and libations got to be part of us becoming a nation. Gee, I didn't know about it until I read Michael's book. Again, if you want to find out more about it, the book is called Treason, The Trial of Abraham Hunt. You can Google it, find it on Amazon. And he tells the story in the form of a fictional trial with these other characters and reporters and stuff. It's really quite clever. So there's a little bit of obscure American history for you that you can share with your friends, and there you go. Have a good day.